This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Boyz Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Boyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Boyz Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Boyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? My name is Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is the platform where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. Everybody doing okay? How is everybody doing? Looking forward to hear what you guys have to say in this conversation and discussion. What's new? Tell us what's new as well, because I'm going to provide some information that I know that you guys will find helpful as well as we prepare for what lies ahead in a very, very busy period, you could say, of matches that lies ahead. Again, I remind you all to hit the like button, and after you hit the like button, to hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz Commentary as well. All right, guys, would really appreciate it. Would really appreciate it. We're very close to 20,000 subscribers, so it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, so you guys ready? All right, let's get right into the action, shall we? The Concacaf Nations League, as you all know, this is a very, very, you could say, crucial time for Jamaica. As we know, this is very important as it plays an important role in the build-up towards, that's right, the process of the Concacaf Nations League. This is towards the Gold Cup and, of course, the Copa America, which is next year. Very, very important. Very, very important for all of us, because this important component is vital, because it opens up the door for what lies ahead. The Copa America is a global tournament that persons love, that persons are extremely excited and riveting towards. And it's a tournament that showcases Jamaica to a wider cross section audience as well. You think about the Copa America in 2015 and 2016, 2015, Jamaica being in Chile, 2016 being in the United States. That was a huge audience. I'm not talking about fans that were in the stand, but television wise as well. That was massive for the country as well. The brand of Jamaica, the name of Jamaica, growing in a football sense as well. Copa America 2015, Copa America 2016. To this day, persons talk about the saves that Dwayne Miller made against Argentina at the Estadio Sausalito Stadium in Viña del Mar, Chile. To this very day, those persons, that's mentioned to this very day. And then you think about Copa America 2016 on the United States on American soil, matches against Venezuela, matches against Mexico, matches as well against Uruguay as well. These are other things that are also being spoken about, highlighted. So it's imperative, and it's something that persons think quite deeply about. So that's why this is extremely, extremely important. Extremely important. So the dates for that lies ahead. Jamaica will face Canada in the quarterfinals of the Concacaf Nations League, right? You win your quarterfinal, not only do you advance to the semifinals, but you also advance as well to the Copa America. The 4 quarterfinal losers will head to a playoff, which is slated for March, and it's going to be single leg, not double leg. Well, it's going to be single leg. Another point I want to make mention about is, how do you decide who faces who in the semifinals and also in the playoff as well? All right, so let's look at this, right? The United States plays Trinidad, Jamaica plays Canada. If Jamaica beats Canada 1-0 on aggregate and the United States defeats Trinidad and Tobago 8-0 on aggregate, that means that Canada would face Trinidad and Tobago in the playoff. Why? Because Canada had the smallest margin of defeat, while Trinidad had the biggest margin of defeat. And that also means that in the semifinals, Jamaica would face the United States, because Jamaica had the smallest margin of victory, while the United States had the biggest margin of victory. So that's how it'll be determined in relation to the semifinal matchups, and also in relation to the playoff that lies in March 2024. All right, so that everybody's on the same page of things here. So busy window, November. March, also another busy window as well. Critical towards winning a trophy or qualifying for another tournament, preferably winning another trophy, because we're going to get the job done in November. June, 2 World Cup qualifiers, 6 points are needed. Just being completely frank and straightforward, before we even see the groups, before we see the fixture list, those 2 World Cup qualifiers need to start the campaign with 6 points before going to the Copa America. Before we step foot on US soil for the Copa America, we need 6 points in World Cup qualifying. Simple. We need those 6 points in World Cup qualifying to start proceedings. All right, good. The Copa America, we continue to raise the brand, raise the awareness, raise the interest, show people that Jamaica is a footballing nation. Continue to do that. And then, of course, September, October, November, it's another Nations League cycle and another opportunity to win a trophy. Hopefully, we're going for back-to-back honors, because that is exactly what we'll be working towards, winning back-to-back awards. That's critical, extremely important, extremely, extremely important, so it's critical for all of us. So the dates, the times, the matchups now. Now, let's get right to that now. I'm going to answer the questions in the chat in a minute. In the playoff for Copa America, does the teams closest in ranking play each other? No. As I explained, for example, the biggest loser would play the smallest loser. So that's where it is. Yes, exactly, Jason. 100%. Yeah. Nitro, I think that we're building an extremely solid squad. I think if you look at the injection of gems from the Gold Cup, the likes of Damari Gray in the mix, Joel Latiba there being involved in the thick of things as well. He's also added a presence within the team as well recently. Tavon giving competition in the grand scheme of things on the right hand side. Karoy offers a different dimension to the team. So step by step, things are growing, things are developing, and you can say that the squad that we have is a potent one, and we continue to build, continue to grow, continue to nurture the current roster. But yeah, things will fall into place in time. Now, this is the point that I want to stress, and I will, do a separate video dedicated to. I'll do a separate video in relation to this topic, but I think it's important to specify it right now. Well, BM, as you know, Concacaf does change formats in different tournaments. It's not the first time that there's changes in formats and everything. In CONCACAF, you move with the change, or just like the book, you move with the cheese and you press on forward, because there's always changes, there's always movements, and you just press on forward in this aspect of things. All right? Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Jason Gunn, I'm not sure if you watched the previous video that I made mention about. I've made mention to you that it's imperative for PICA, the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, that we're individuals that are Jamaican citizens. All Jamaican citizens are important, absolutely. But if I'm going to represent the country in football, cricket, track and field, lacrosse, even chess, archery, lawn bowls, regardless of what sport you're representing Jamaica in, you deserve your full attention and you deserve your credit as well. So for me, when I'm looking at this specific situation, I believe that it is imperative for those individuals that hold the authority and power at the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency to expedite the processes so that this can move quick. As you know, the month of December, that's when things start to unwind for the Christmas and New Year celebrations. So between December and early January, you're looking at 5-6 weeks where things can start to get a little bit slow. So that's the situation there. That's what we can say. Those individuals that are just tuning in, Jermaine Chambers, good evening, everybody. You all doing well? I encourage you guys, hit the like button, and after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You want your question or comments highlighted, and you use the super chat feature so that you guys can be able to make your points highlighted. All right? So that's what I'll say there. Okay, good. No, J. Ross, I disagree in relation to point about avoiding, overlooking, because Coach Algrimson and John Wall have made it very clear in terms of team selection that, one, the door is not shut on any player, and two, in relation to players, it's always a process of being able to look through in a very methodical manner and not 15, 20 new players at one time. So once a player is doing well and once a player has everything he needs, then that individual will get the opportunity. So that's what I'll say. Absolutely, and this is a relationship that has taken place for years. But Nitro, if I call you on the phone and there's something that you have for me and you have not done it, you have dropped the ball, my friend. You've dropped the ball. If there's something that I request you to do, I am sick, I'm in my bed, and I need chicken soup, I need wonton soup, and you don't deliver it, you have failed, my friend. You have dropped the ball. You have dropped the ball if you are not helping me out. Simple. Yeah, I spoke about them, the likes of Anderson. I've spoken about other individuals, Latiba there, Daniel Johnson. We saw the assist that he made. So I made the point in relation to Pika. I think it's imperative that we do our utmost best to ensure that things can be expedited as soon as possible. So, and Pika is aware about the severity in relation to dates, matches, tournaments. So I have full confidence that persons who are to be naturalized will be naturalized. I just want to stress the point that the power of giving somebody a passport does not lie with a member association. It lies with the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency. That's where the power lies. So a young man in Spain who has Jamaican heritage, he has to wait. That young man that is in Sweden, he has to wait. That young man in Norway, he has to wait. It's just as simple as that. There is not the documents, for example, for the young man in Spain would have to be sent to the island or to the States or to London. There's not a Jamaican consulate in every country in the world. There are Jamaican consulates outside of Jamaica. But again, I want to stress the point. I can do everything that I can to sign all, cross all the T's, dot all I's. And this makes the massive difference. Football needs to be viewed as what the world views it as industry. Not sports and industry, football being an industry by itself. And if you ask some countries in the world, football is a religion. Let me tell you a story. Uruguay played Australia in the 2002 World Cup qualifiers. Australia won the first leg 1-0. The second leg, it's a intercontinental playoff. The winner qualifies for the 2002 World Cup. The second leg was in Uruguay. After the long travel that Australia had to Uruguay, you know what Uruguayan authorities did? They sent them not in the nothing to declare line, but they sent them to the things to declare line. And guess what? They searched every single Aussie bag. Why did they do that to the Australian team? They wanted them, the Uruguayans wanted the Australians to feel fatigued, wanted them to feel frustrated, and wanted them to wait even longer before getting to their hotel. What happened when the Australians came to the hotel? The concierge was not at the desk. The concierge and the hotel staff showed up at the counter 45 minutes later. So the Australians were in a hotel nearly 1 hour before they could check into that hotel. What else? That night when Australia were going to bed, just outside of the hotel, Uruguayans were beating their drums and partying all night. Why? Why? They did everything possible to ensure that Uruguay would have that psychological advantage going into the game. What happened? Uruguay won 3-0 and qualified for the 2002 World Cup. In the World Cup, Uruguay held France to a draw and also had a 3-3 draw against Senegal. Am I saying that Jamaican immigration officers should do the same to visiting team? No, I'm not necessarily saying that. No. But what I am saying is that the rest of the world views our game, football, as a religion. And that is where we need to take it. I know that there is only one religion. I know that the Most High over all the earth, He's the one true creator. I'm making the point that football in South America, football in Europe is treated to an extreme level. And I think it's about time that in this country, football is put in the same hemisphere, the same stratosphere. It has to be. So what is the point to all of this story? Well, it's quite simple. If I know that Lionel Messi is getting his Jamaican passport or has applied for a Jamaican passport, it's my initiative as somebody who works for Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency. It's my goal. And I'm doing service for my country if I'm expediting the process. Not saying that I'm doing anything under the table. Everything follows a process. Okay, Lionel Messi's father born in Jamaica, boom. That document, that document, boom, he has his citizenship. Okay, the citizenship is complete. Okay, passport time. So nothing is illegal in this. It is just expediting the process. And if you look at the definition of the word expedite, it says to you, make an action or process happen sooner or be accomplished quicker. So this is not any under the table, this is not any breach, this is not any illegal activity. Expediting a process is making a process move faster, move quicker, smoother. And again, this is not in any disrespect to any other Jamaican citizen that is renewing their Jamaican passport so they can visit their family in the States, Canada, or the UK. This is for ambassadors, persons that are going on to represent their country, persons that are going on to put and wear their heart, soul, passion, and sacrifice for their country. So it's a long question, but yeah. So that's what I'll say. Big up, big up. No, BM, no. This is far from that. Do you see players? That is not going to happen. Not going to happen. That is not going to happen. You're not going to have 7 players make their debut for Jamaica. No. No. Not at all. Mr. Gaddick says, big up everybody in the chat. Big up. Big up. Mr. E, everything that takes place from Pika's standpoint now lies with the government of Jamaica. The government of Jamaica is who controls that situations. Now, phone calls and meetings, as publicly revealed, meetings by Minister Grange took place also with the coaching staff of the JFF as well. So you can be confident and rest assured that what needs to be done will be done and in a timely manner. Really? Is that so? You can't say it has been closed if the coaching staff has not looked at the player. Not at all. But think about it. Go back to the example. Look at how Central American countries, South American countries, and European countries look at their treatment of football. Some commotion happened to the Reggae with Simoes. You're talking about that friendly against a Mexican club where there was a lot of brawl? Is that what you're referring to? Who are you saying take them to Port Royal? Tourists? Take tourists to Port Royal? Take them to Port Royal. Oh, the visiting teams. Mr. United. No, Mr. United. Mr. United is not easy at all. BM, let me address this, and I'll tell you why I disagree with you. Remember, after the Women's World Cup, the players had to return to their clubs. There was no way you could get all 23 girls on the island after the World Cup to celebrate their accomplishment. Now, Concacaf have very specific regulations in relation to when it comes to things that happen during a match. So there's a reason why you don't see halftime performances or halftime shows. And there's a reason why you don't see anybody sing the national anthem anymore. The last time you saw somebody sing the national anthem would have been Elaine. That was Jamaica versus USA in November 2021. But since then, you don't see it. You just play the instrumental being played. Broadcasting is about time. And there's a reason why that isn't taking place. There was a celebration for the girls on the island. And it was an event where the media was invited to. And this took place at the team hotel when the team were here against Canada, and plaques were handed out to each player and each support staff member as well. Okay? And you guys know already to use the super chat feature so that you guys can make your questions and comments highlighted as well. Junior Mafia, we talk positive here. Okay? We talk positivity here. All right? So don't bring that around here, but we talk positivity here. Jamaica getting the win over Canada means Jamaica not only qualifies for Copa America, but also the semifinals of the Nations League. The team that goes on, the quarterfinal losers will go to a playoff in March, and there'll be 2 last spots to qualify for the Copa America. So that's how things will be from this standpoint. Okay? Simple as that. Simple as that. No updates, Jaros. Coach Algrimson even spoke publicly about Lewis Baker and spoke about the fact that Daniel Johnson is even playing more minutes than Lewis Baker. And that is the situation at this point in time. So that's where we are. Yep, 100% Junior Muffa, positivity. Because positivity leads to rewards. It's as simple as that. So that's what you all should be mindful about and aware about. Just look at it. Daniel Johnson is playing behind Dwight Gale. Right. And Lewis Baker wasn't even on the bench the last time that Stoke City played against Middlesbrough. You had Nathan Lowe on the bench, but yeah, that was about it. And then you think about the game before that, Stoke City defeating Leeds by a goal to nil. Daniel Johnson started that game. And where was Lewis Baker? He was not on the bench. He wasn't. Yep, exactly. He is injured. He is injured, 100%. So, yep, that's where we are. That is correct. I was just answering the question by J. Ross earlier. That is what I was saying. I was asking earlier. Oh, J. Ross. Siobhan Pearce, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Big up yourself. BM, as made mention before, I was not at that event. The Reggae Girls has a press officer and Mr. Bailey. I am on the men's side. So everything with the women's, it's Mr. Bailey, and the men, it's myself. For now. All right? Good. Wayne, remember, this is somebody that has not played professional football in a long time. He hasn't publicly said he has retired from professional football, but remember, this is somebody that hasn't played in a very, very long time. The last time he played football would have been over a season ago, 18 months ago. He hasn't played football since he was in his 20s. That's how long since he has played football. So it's been a very long time for Kevin. A very, very long time. The Spanish Mr. United that he's saying is that Chile defeated US 1-0 and has advanced to the gold medal game. And this is talking about the Pan Am Games that is taking place right now in Chile. Easy. Simple. Nice, man. Keep up the good work. Guys, big up Siobhan Pearce. Make sure you guys big up Siobhan Pearce. All right? Good. Yeah. It is of that nature, Jason, and Coach Halgrimson explained the point as well when persons were saying, well, Whisper is not yet at Chelsea, and Coach Halgrimson explained from Austria the reason behind his selection, but explained that in relation to others, minutes are extremely important. So that's where we are there. Tuffy already said, bless up, Simon. Bless up, Tuffy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right. Hope everything is going good. Yep, absolutely. Well, who knows? You never know. Daniel may one day get to play in the Premier League. I think when he was at Aston Villa, I personally think that he should have gotten the opportunity. I know when he moved to England, he was at Crystal Palace, but when he was at Aston Villa, I genuinely felt that he should have been a Premier League player. I mean, as part of their roster, Premier League roster in the 2012-2013 season, but yeah, spent the most of his career within the Championship. Good Championship player, solid player, working under a man that he knows very well in Alex Neil. So, so yeah, honestly, I feel like he's in a good environment at Stoke. After spending 8 years at Preston, even though he lived in Manchester. But yeah, well, he was at Aston Villa, but just didn't play a Premier League game at the club. But yeah, he played for Aston Villa, won the Next Generation series with Aston Villa in that same year, 2012-2013 as well. Went on loan at Yeovil, Chesterfield, Oldham Athletic, you know, Preston North End, you know. So yeah. Alexis Sanchez, Messi, El Joven, Chile, sub-20, golazo. Ah, qué bueno. King J, how are you? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. IS Abs, how are you doing? Shukran, Mahaban. Where are you now? Qatar, Jordan, Saudi? Where are you right now? You talking about Tariq Buckinson? So in the Guatemala game, remember it's not a game in a FIFA window. So the situation there is that the it would have to be players apply their trade domestically and in North America because it's not a FIFA window. So yeah, so that's the situation. All right. How do I get it, Mr. E. Mitchell? Oh, oh, because the spelling of his name, because that's not how Tyreek Mitchell's name is spelled. So it's Tyrick. So when he said Tyereek, I thought about Tyreek Backinson at Sheffield Wednesday. So the spelling of the name threw me off big time. So yeah, so he didn't spell the name properly. Mr. E didn't spell the name. But yeah, still in Somalia. Been here since July. Okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. World Cup qualifying on the horizon for Somalia. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be an exciting moment for you to look forward to. Rich Boss Entertainment says, okay, thank you. All right, so the first leg, Jamaica against Canada, will be at 7 o'clock Jamaica time. All right, 7 o'clock Jamaica time. The second leg in Toronto will be 7:30, okay? On Sunday, we're going to be on the same time zone. Jamaica is going to be on the as same time zone as Easter? No, as Eastern time. Right. Jamaica is going to be in the same time zone as Eastern time, okay? So everybody's aware of things. Jamaica is going to be the same time zone as Eastern time. So that's what everyone can be mindful about and aware about. Okay? Good. So now that everybody's aware of that, press on forward. Yeah, Eastern time. Yeah. This was revealed BM immediately after the Haiti game. I'm not sure if you do, but you should follow the Jamaica Football Federation on Instagram so that you get the information as well. The reason for the game was explained on Instagram and also Twitter as well. It was explained in a post BM, so I would encourage you to go and follow the Jamaica Football Federation on Instagram. And it spoke about giving opportunities to domestic based players and those who ply their trade within North America. And I'm sure you'd have been aware that there should have been a friendly match Jamaica against Guatemala sometime April this year, but it was not facilitated and the match is taking place now in November. So again, I encourage you to follow the Jamaica Football Federation on Instagram so that you can also be aware of these things that I mentioned about. And BMI already explained this point already. One, we're being positive. Two, that's not how it works. It is relation to the biggest quarterfinal winner will play the smallest quarterfinal winner, while the biggest quarterfinal loser will play the smallest quarterfinal loser. That's how the semifinals will go, and that is how the playoff for Copa America will go. Okay? Good. No, nothing like that at all, my friend. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Simon, I thought I heard something that once that the US would get rid of the lightsabers. Yes, I've heard that conversation as well, but the question is when. When would that take place? Honestly, I don't see the purpose of having it. Let's just keep it at you know what it was used for 100 years ago is not the same purpose as today. So for me personally, I don't see what is the purpose of it today. It really is head scratching. I don't see the purpose of it today in the 21st century. Well, we'll play Canada home and away, and the winner of that qualifies for the Copa. So we're looking forward to that. So it should be good. That's where we are. Ready? And another point, right? November 16, 1997, Jamaica qualified for the World Cup, right? 26 years later, the anniversary will be on the day after Jamaica. The anniversary comes 26 years. We're going to play Canada the day after our 26-year anniversary. So let's build that nostalgia. Let's build that memories. Celebrate the anniversary, and in the same breath, come and cheer on the boys as we push for Copa America qualification. I think that is what I would say. Yes, there are crickets outside. Yes, Dexter Hope. Yes, there are cricket outside. I think it's natural that when you're on the outside of your house that you would hear crickets, because naturally crickets live on the outside and not inside. So yes, I do think that is natural. Yeah. We'll see if they will. Only time will tell if this is something that will be followed through, We'll see. Yes, bro. Big up. Hope you're doing well. How are things? Everything is everything. I'm confident Jamaica will qualify for Copa America. Well, Gold Cup you'd have seen. Full strength. These Nations League games. It's full strength. So, no doubt. No doubt in my mind about the quality. No doubt at all in my mind. None at all. Yeah, Japan did defeated Canada 4-1 over in Japan. Yeah, a couple of changes were made there. I wonder, if Canada are going to start going with that back three. But I'm sure we'll touch on that on future videos. But a back three, that's something that could be considered from a Canadian standpoint. And they might have Junior Hoylett up top. Do you put Alphonso Davis as a left back? So Canada has some questions, some important questions that they need to ponder as well. If they will use Alphonso Davis as that left back, left wing back, or put him in a more advanced position, So that's where we are. Yeah. What are you talking about, Mr. Guna? I've already made the point. If you want your questions or comments highlighted, then you use the super chat feature. I've addressed every situation that has been there, and you know what this platform is about: accuracy, reliability, and credibility. This is not where you come for mix-up. This is where you come to talk football. Good. King J says, plan to build stadium. Remember, it's not federations that build stadium. It's the government that builds facilities. different facilities, whether it is an indoor center, whether it's a stadium. It is the government of Jamaica that is in charge of these things. Yeah. At this point in time, we not sure at this point. I would read too much into Canada defeat to Japan. Japan is very strong. Yeah, Japan is very strong, very strong. And in the same breath, Canada from the World Cup have also regressed. So you have to look at both sides to the story. Ice and fire. Ice and fire. Yes, indeed, he did. Yes, he did. Well, Jamaica has played Japan many times before, but you know the situation, Mr. Yi. From now until June 2026, well, July 2026, all FIFA windows are occupied with official match days. So if Jamaica wants to arrange a friendly match, it will not be in a FIFA window because all of these match days will be utilized for Concacaf Nations League, Copa America, Gold Cup, World Cup qualifying. So if Jamaica wants to have a friendly match, it would have to come outside of the FIFA window, which means that Jamaica would not have the European-based players available. So that's where things are there. BM, this is Reggae Boyz commentary. Okay, so if you have been watching the content here from 2016, you know exactly what you get. All right, and it's true. Some people don't want facts. Some people want sus, and I understand that. But guess what? This is where we discuss football. All right, cool. Well, on the Japan game, it was an experiment by the new coach, and it was something that was utilized in that game. I feel that it's going to be a one-off thing, but yeah. So that's what I would say, you know? Yeah. His heart is set on England, based on my knowledge. Doesn't mean that persons are give up in terms of give up from a Jamaican standpoint, but you know, it's no surprise that you do have some individuals that are still waiting on the England call. No, that's not on the priority right now. Building a new stadium is not on the priority right now. There are plans for upgrades to current facilities, but there are no plans in relation to building a new stadium at this point. Okay, so Montego Bay Sports Complex National Stadium, yes, there are plans of upgrades to these facilities, but there are no plans of building a new stadium. No, none at all. So yeah. Well, yeah. So that's where we are. And you guys know what you need to do as well. You hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button as well. So you guys can get more information as well. All right, guys? You hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button as well. Okay? Like button. And then after you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button as well for more information. Sounds good for everybody? And use the super chat feature so you guys can get your questions or comments highlighted as well. Okay? Good. Female squad. The women's team, the November window is around the corner, and we'll have matches against Guatemala and Panama. It's crucial because, you know, 2 wins and you qualify for the Gold Cup. A win over Guatemala and you get second, you have a playoff. So that's where we are. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So that's where we are. Yes, he is. Not regularly, but he is playing. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. We have talent identification experts. Absolutely. 100%. And I think you've seen that, especially with bringing in of Rebecca Spencer in 2021, Drew Spence making her debut for Jamaica later that calendar year. Victoria Williams made her debut for Jamaica earlier this year as well. And as we've discussed loads and times, 1 out of every 4 Black players that play professionally in England on the men's side have Jamaican heritage. Yeah. So that's where we are. Man of God coach Halgrimson addressed this point in the press conference and spoke about it's imperative for him to play minutes under his belt. So that is the important element. Wicked Man Burp says, up top, up top. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Yes, I actually did a video on my channel right here about it. I did a video about it. Last minute winner, and it was very interesting because it was 2-2 at the time. Deep into stoppage time, the opposition looked like they're going to win. And then Al-Ettifaq with a counter, Demarai Gray going in on his right foot. Crisp finish. Crisp finish. Crisp finish. Amazing finish. Yeah? Yeah. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. All right? Come on, guys. Smash the like button. No, no, no. All right? Smash the like button. No, no, no. Okay? Smash the like button. No, no, no. Okay? Good. Smash the like button. No, no, no. Come on, guys. You guys could do better than that. And you know it too. You guys could do better than that. Because you have right now 100 people in the stream and you don't have 50 people liking it. And for somebody that I'm not somebody that likes to do this because it's not in my nature, but for being the youngest man in the Caribbean to win the Prime Minister's Award, for being the youngest analyst on television during the FIFA World Cup, for being the youngest analyst as well. 2 World Cups before I'm 20 years of age. All right? And going on to be the youngest Jamaican as well. All right? So it speaks volumes to the type of content that you get right here. Okay? So again, you hit the like button because you know when you come here, it's accuracy, reliability, credibility, and positivity. It's as simple as that. So that tells you everything that you need from this sort of standpoint. All right? This comment, Shaban. Man is like, yeah, man, that's what I've heard. Wow. Interesting. But yeah. Ian Campbell, how are you doing, sir? Big up, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Good? Stop setting up the young man's pressure. No, my pressure is not young. I mean, I've been in this industry 13 years, and I'm not 30 as yet. So again, you guys know exactly the type of content that I do. And if you check the ages of everybody that is doing content online, I'm perhaps the second youngest. So you know the type of content I'm doing and the wealth of knowledge that I have. So you guys know already. So hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. All right? Make sense? Make sense? Makes sense. But yep. That is 2006 World Cup. 2006 World Cup. I was 12. 2010 World Cup, I was 16. So yeah, I did 2 World Cup in my teenage years in that time frame, you know. I'm not sure if I showed you guys as well, but I also got my level 1 from the Scottish Football Association. Yeah. So you know my credentials already, and you know exactly what I'm bringing to the equation. Okay? Good. Oh man, you missing the videos, man. But you didn't watch my under 20 video today, man. That's why you need to subscribe, man. And you need to hit that notification bell. So every time a video drops, you can be like, okay, cool. Because a lot of these questions, 95% of these questions have been addressed in previous videos. So man, I think it's important that you watch the under 20 video, man. But yeah, so the situation with Cuba is that, remember, he plays for Sunderland, so he's all the way in the northeast of England, and the Jamaican consulate is in London and Birmingham. So he has to go from the northeast of England to Birmingham. So he would have to go when it's the winter break or at the end of the season, because he's currently staying with a family. Could they do that with young kids? Like Paul Pogba, when he moved from Paris to Manchester, he stayed with a family in Manchester, and they pay the family to feed him, clothe him, and all of those things. So they pay a family in Sunderland to take care of him as well. So yeah. Man, time flies, doesn't it? Time really flies. And it's funny because my first YouTube video was 2012. I should show you guys, that my first YouTube video was 2012. I should show you guys. My first ever video on YouTube was in the year 2012. I'm dead serious, guys. 2012 was my first YouTube video. I know that you guys were like, huh? For real? Dead serious. Dead serious, I should show you guys the video. And let me see if I can show you guys the video. I should be able to. Yeah, I should be fine. Yeah, let me show you guys my first ever YouTube video, because this was 11 years ago. I mean, this wasn't Reggae Boyz commentary, but my first YouTube video was 11 years ago. Yeah, 11 years ago. Oh, thank you, first responder. I appreciate that. Been that Cowboy says, big up, Simon. Been doing some studio work, bro, locked and focused. That is good, man. Get that paper. Yeah, man, Cuba's a good player. That's a good player. Yeah, man. That's true. Yeah, so let me show you my first video from 11 years ago. Maybe 2 minutes of it. Yeah. Cutting edge was just not there in the first half. Luton Shelton showed his silky skills and made some diligent passes. So that was my first YouTube video. This was in 2012, Jamaica versus Guatemala. All right. Amazing how time goes by so fast, Very, very fast. So that's what I'd say. The jersey in my background, 2016 thereabouts. 2016 thereabouts. Sancho, he is born to a Guyanese dad and a Jamaican mom. And his favorite dish is curry chicken. Dead serious. Dead serious. Yeah. So that's the situation with him, But you could say where the journey began. I would have to show you. Probably, yeah, here. This is where it all began.
Back. This is Set Play, CVM TV's newest football game show. It's the grand finale of the competition. Now, in this section, the contestants will be allotted 2 points for each correct answer. Now, if the answer is incorrect, they won't lose a point. Simon Preston of Hillel Academy will get the game going. Simon, Lev Yashin played at the World Cup for which country?
The former USSR.
Former USSR, that's correct. Norando, what significant event happened in 1938 in regards to the host countries?
They were given automatic qualification.
For the first time, correct. Simon of Hillel, give the nickname for the Trinidad and Tobago squad, which just failed to make it to Italy 1990.
Strike Squad.
Strike Squad is correct.
Yeah, so that was 13 years ago. Well, he won the World Cup, didn't he? And he played an important role in that run, in that campaign. So, yeah, man. Yes, Mr. United. You can even look up, there's an interview online where he spoke about, oxtail is his favorite dish. Oxtail is his favorite dish. Yeah. Yeah, I expect, to say it, but you never know what can happen, No. It was a good tournament, It was a very good tournament. I'll say that for sure. That's Naranda Brown. Bad mind. Get the best of them. Some hairline here, so. Bad mind. Bad mind. Mr. Yi, he's already represented England at a European Championship. He's already represented England. He can't play for Jamaica. Slowly but surely, he's getting back. Sancho's mother is a Jamaican, sir. His father is from Guyana, and his mother is from Jamaica. This video? This video was 2010, yeah. You're bad mind, bro.
The only country.
Germany. And
Bad mind.
My time is up. It's France. That's the last winner. Simon, who scored the first goal ever in World Cup history?
that'll be Lucien Leroux.
Correct. Narando, how many World Cup finals have Brazil contested?
7.
7 is correct. Back to Simon. Who is the first Jamaican footballer to be shown a card at the World Cup?
Dion Burton.
Dion Burton got it against Croatia. Narando, your turn. When Robert Projanecki of Croatia scored against Jamaica in France 98, what record did he create?
The first to score for 2 countries.
Correct. Back to you, Simon. Which World Cup team is referred to as the Indomitable Lions of Africa?
That's Cameroon.
The Cameroon is correct. Narando, who was the star of the Colombian World Cup teams during the 1990s?
Carlos Valderrama.
Carlos Valderrama is correct. And we've come to the end of round number 1 in the grand finale of Set Play here on CVM TV. Let's have a quick look at the scores. Simon from Hillel Academy has 22 points and Naranda Brown on 14. Very, very exciting final developing here on Set Play on CVM TV. When we come back from this break, it will be time for round number 2.
I would agree to Mr. Galaxy, I guess, because a lot of people change the way that they look over time, but I think, yeah, about the same. I mean, I grow facial hair like everybody. I just prefer to be clean shaven. That's all. That's just my personal preference. Some people have facial hair to look older, but I've been 6'5" since I was 16 years old, so I don't need to look older than I am. So it's never been a problem. I just like being clean shaven. So that is just me. That's just my style, and how I operate. So yeah. What do you mean? This is very interesting. What are you talking about? That's very interesting. I don't understand what you mean when you say this is very interesting, because I don't get that. So that's where we are. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Renee himself. Rankin Spencer, Coach Halgrimson addressed this at the press conference as well and spoke about him focusing on his club commitments. Okay. All right. Good. Everybody okay? Well, no doubt everybody's all right. Maybe one more blast from the past. Oh yeah, show some football, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, probably show one more video. There we go. Playing ball. You know, I'm the Michael Carrick of my team when I play. So yeah. You know, you have to be quick and in transition in those sorts of areas. So that's important for a player, you know? It's very important. And you have to be a goal scorer as a box-to-box midfielder as well. And that's why you're able to score goals like that and just turn around and be like, yeah, I just scored that. Because that's exactly what box-to-box midfielders do in those situations, you know? So that's critical, extremely critical, you know? So that's what is imperative from that sort of standpoint, you know? Find players in space, beating players, carrying the ball from out to the back. These are important when you get involved in the build-up play of possession, you know? And even when you're creating assists as well, this is also important. You beat a player, you come around and you score goals. And that's exactly how it's done. Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you mean. And sometimes you have to do this sort of flick as well. Sometimes you have to put the ball behind you. Just check out this. That's right. Sometimes you have to go behind you. And sometimes the forward pass, you know? So that's critical as well. So everybody's aware about that. All right? Good. So everybody get that? Good. Good. Right. So there we go. There we go. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button. Now after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. All right, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys know accuracy, reliability, credibility, and positivity.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Boyz Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Boyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Boyz Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Boyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454.